just so proud of my kids, getting the early goal and the excitement that comes with that. And then for Southlake to answer right back, there's a reason they win championships. That's a great team. And just for my kids to battle. And we knew even when they got that red card, they weren't going to give up. They were going to keep fighting. So just so proud of my kids. And you get into the overtime shootout, down 2 goals in the shootout, and just never giving up and just keep fighting. And that's what we've talked about all year. Like, whatever it takes, for as long as it takes, we got to go and do it together. And so proud of my kids for just buying into that, just battling and just finding the result.
Talk about defense. I mean, Carroll's coming in offensively lights out in your back line, and
sure.
Manning makes all the saves.
Yeah, a couple fantastic saves on the set piece and then the header in overtime. Just unreal saves from her. We knew, we played obviously some very difficult competition, but Southlake, they got just as much or more than anybody. So we knew that going into it, that it was going to be a battle, and they love to throw numbers forward, and we were going to be in moments where we were just having to hold on. And so we talked about that going into it. It's like sometimes you just got to find a way to get through it in the bad situations and just getting the job done and just grinding it out. So that's kind of our mindset. We're going to grind a little bit, absorb some pressure, and they got great players, so you got to give them respect.
I mean, for Manny to make that right decision there and to save it.
Sure, and it's like I said, it's even harder for her because it's not really her fault that we're down 2 goals, so we're really putting her in a hole. And then, she almost had 4, to be honest with you. She got hands onto 2 more of them and just couldn't quite keep them out, so just huge play by her, to see that and embrace the moment and just make that save and send us on.
What's the season been like? I mean, I know this is the first trip to the tourney
sure.
and the highest level of 6A.
Sure.
Obviously, the region is tough. Just what's it been like so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows, whether they want to admit it or not, this is the toughest region in the state. It's almost as hard to get out as it is to win a state title. So, just getting through the 5 games is hard enough as it is. So, we set up our preseason to play teams that either have been there or always have a chance to try and put ourselves in situations before we get to this point so we can be a little more comfortable. We always believe in our kids. We always talk about we have high expectations and high goals. And for us, we've been knocking on the door getting to this point and kind of fell short a couple of times. And these kids, to get over that first initial 3rd round hump into this was just initial relief. Finally, it's like, okay, we can just go out and play with any of that worry about, are we going to do the same old thing over again? So, these kids, they've had the belief all year, like as we started to build in our season, it's like they just started to have belief in each other, and we know how each other plays. To group that there's not a lot of clicks. We love each other, and everybody wants everybody to be successful. So it's been a constant push no matter what, knowing that if we're playing at our best, we can compete with anybody. And so we've known that going all along, and when we've talked about whether win or lose, we're going to do it together. And that's kind of the mindset of you're going to have to beat all of us, and so we've just kind of embraced that and used that as fuel that, it's okay if somebody else maybe picked to win. If we're the ones that go in, that's what matters. So.